o'clock. We're going to start our meeting. And on behalf of the school board, we thank you for being here in person or virtually. I'm Heather Staggs, president of the school board.
Can you all hear back there? Can you hear okay at the back? We might have to.
Okay.
That didn't sound loud
All right.
to me. Maybe I'm getting too old.
Maybe. All right. On behalf of the school board, we thank you for being here in person or virtually. I'm Heather Staggs, president of the school board. To my left is Luke Jackson, vice president, Dan Conway, secretary, Jackie Deckard, member, and Matt Hankins, member. To my right is Superintendent Eric Bolin and Assistant Superintendent Susie Lips. If you will all join us in the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. All right, first up, we have our student recognitions. Mrs. Lips.
All righty. Thank you, everyone, for being here this evening. I'd like to introduce Smith School teacher Rachel Crabb and also Smith School principal Ray Floyd. They're going to introduce and recognize students from Smith School this evening.
It's all Mrs. Crabb.
It's all Mrs. Crabb.
You can pull that down for me. Bless you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rachel Crabb. I am a fourth grade teacher at Smith Fine Arts Academy. And this year we were approached by the American Legion Auxiliary to participate in their Americanism essay contest. And all three fourth grade classes at Smith participated in it. And we had three winners from room 19, which is my class and why I'm wearing this t-shirt. So our top honor was to Gabriella Britton. She won $100 for her essay. And her essay was titled Land of the Free Because of the Brave. And her essay has gone on to the state level competition, I believe, right, Miss McGee? Miss McGee from the auxiliary is at the back. And it's gone on to the state level, and she said this evening she should find out probably in the summertime how it did. So we're crossing our fingers that Gabby goes all the way. And then second place was Frankie Farron, and then third place was Callie Lawson. And Callie won $25, Frankie won $50, and then we had a honorable mention out of Mr. Pratt's class, Orrin Barrett, and I don't believe he's here tonight, and Frankie couldn't be here tonight either. But we're just very proud of the young ladies and Orrin, and we're going to try to get other schools to participate. Miss April French, who's with the auxiliary, has talked to me about helping them get the word out about it.
Great. Could we have a picture of you, the principal, and the students up front here?
Mhm.
All right.
Let's give them a round of applause again. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce Martinsville High School Principal Jeff Bell. He has several recognitions this evening.
going to have to start giving him his own moment now.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to introduce, we've got some kids here to introduce tonight, some great things going on. And I think they epitomize too, the old saying we've got that the artisans will take on anybody, anytime, anywhere, and anything. You're going to see somebody that sang at Carnegie Hall. And we've talked about successes of athletics and DECA and academic decathlon. And we had a great art show, so bring it on. I want to introduce Aubrey Lawson. Aubrey's a freshman at Martinsville High School. She sang at Carnegie Hall in New York City, which is just quite a feat. So, Aubrey, if you would, real quick, come on up here and tell them how it came about that you were able to achieve that selection to go sing there and what it was like to sing in Carnegie Hall.
So my 8th grade year, the end of my 8th grade year, I put in an application and I sang and I sent it in and I got accepted like December of this past year, and I went in February and I shared a room with a girl from California and I met lots of awesome people, and we rehearsed for 3 days. We had 8 hours of rehearsal for 3 days straight, and then we performed on our 4th day, and it was so beautiful. It was so awesome, and we got to tour, do all the touristy things in New York and see like um, just so many amazing things, and it was really awesome. And performing at Carnegie Hall was just so beautiful, and like, I mean, awe. Like, I was just in awe on the stage. Like, there was no words. Yeah. It was so pretty and it was so amazing, and it was awesome to get to sing with kids from all over the country and just meet all these new people and make new friends. Yeah.
That's awesome. And now you have a new appreciation for American Idol, right? Like now you have a new appreciation for American Idol, right? Like other than practicing. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Awesome job.
Thank you, Aubrey. And like that is a great account. 1 minute she's doing Phantom of the Opera at Martinsville High School musical, and the next minute she's singing at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Brandon Leonard, would you come up here real quick? Brandon Leonard, Martinsville High School senior, salutatorian, class of 2025, outstanding young man, the kind you'd want to date your daughter. He and both the valedictorian were involved last year, selected to participate in Richard Luger Symposium for Tomorrow's Leaders. Brennan had an outstanding career in wrestling, just almost got to the state level, state meet, and has always represented Martinsville High School very well. Brennan, if you would, tell everybody a little bit just what you enjoyed about high school and what your future plans are.
I'd say I definitely enjoyed challenging myself in different ways. Obviously, here being salutatorian, I definitely took some difficult classes, AP classes, dual credit. I think that was one of my best choices I made, so challenging myself as much as I could in high school. And for next year, I plan on going to Purdue University for mechanical engineering.
Boiler up.
Yes.
How many dual credits were you able to capture there at the high school?
So I think dual credit itself, I think I took 3, and then AP wise, I think 7 maybe.
Different classes?
Yes.
Not just 3 credits, but 3 different
Yes,
classes?
three different like Ivy Tech dual credit classes,
Yes.
and then 7 AP classes.
So you've got almost your freshman year done going to.
I'd say pretty close, yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. We've got a sign for you here, but we'll wait till Mr. Bell gets done with Caitlin because I'd like to get a picture of you and Caitlin both up here with your signs. So hang up there, or hang on just a moment.
All right, and then Caitlin Long, would you come on up, Caitlin? And you know what, well, he touched on, I want to put a little blurb too. I'm going to be very proud, and you'll hear in the future when scores are embargoed right now, the kids know them, we get reports, but they're still what they call embargoed, not released to public. But you're going to hear coming up in the near future some not very good news about SAT scores. You're going to hear some great news about SAT scores at Martinsville High School. Caitlin Long, like Brennan, Richard Luger Symposium for Tomorrow's Leaders, volunteers a lot of things at school. valedictorian for this year. Caitlin, tell them a little bit about your high school experience and what you're planning on doing.
I would say that I got pretty involved. I'm on the cross country and track team, as well as the academic decathlon and academic Super Bowl teams, and 12 clubs. So I've definitely had my fair share of stuff at the high school. But I plan on attending IU in the fall to study psychiatry. Yeah, I did accomplish my core 30, so I am going in as a sophomore in the fall. Thank you.
Thank you, and we appreciate the board support of all the schools and kids in Martinsville.
Mr. Bell, can we get you to give these signs to them so we can get a picture of you doing that and they can receive these and put them out? Mr. Bell? Yes, sir. Why don't you bring Aubrey up and get a picture with her there so we can get that on social media? Remember, it doesn't happen unless it's on social media, right?
Yeah. Aubrey, would you like to sing the solo while you're up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, what song you want to
Her
sing?
mom would.
That would be awesome.
I want to know where she went for. Did you go to a Broadway show?
Yeah, I went and I saw Wicked and Chicago.
Great.
That's awesome.
Tremendous. Tremendous.
Mr. Bell, great representatives for Martinsville High School that you brought with you tonight. Thank you very, very much. Okay, you want me to go ahead with the next one?
Yeah.
Mr. Staggs, we'll have Mr. Beaton and Ms. Callahan bring up a couple of bus drivers here, but can you elaborate on the recognition that we're bestowing on them and what kind of outstanding, exemplary efforts they've put forward to represent Martinsville in the finest fashion? Do you want to elaborate on that for us, please?
Thanks for the opportunity to share a really good story. So on March 8th, about 9:30 on a Saturday night, my cell phone rang, and we were on our way to pick up pizzas of all things. And Chad
You were
Docker-
cooking.
I was not cooking, but that was the best option we had at the time. But Chad Dockery is the athletic director at Evansville Wrights High School. So at 9:30, he calls, and he's looking for some help. They have a group of students, Evansville Wrights students, who are stranded at Fishers High School on the northeast side of Indianapolis. Their buses broke down. It's a speech team, and they really have no option at this point. At that time, Evansville did not have a driver available to drive from Evansville, Vandenberg County to Hamilton County. So Chad asked, is there anything that we can do? So I said, I can't promise you anything, but give me a few minutes and I'll get back with you. So on the second ring, Lisa Callahan picked up the phone and I shared the story of the situation that the students from Evansville Wrights were in. She quickly said, let me see what I can do. So in the next 15 minutes or so, there's a variety of exchanges of text between myself and the AD at Evansville Wrights, Lisa, and we're just trying to see what we can do for this stranded group of students. To Lisa's credit, Brad's credit, we found two individuals that were willing to drive to Fishers in short notice, very short notice, and they were able to pick up the stranded students from Evansville Rights. You can just come on up. Just come on up. Come on.
You have to come up.
Yeah.
Come on down.
So Lisa calls me back and she says, we not have just one driver, we have two drivers that are able to make the trip to Fishers. And Jenny Whittle and Stacy Allen were so kind to make that extra effort, go above and beyond, go way beyond to help out students they didn't know. And so they made the track to Fishers High School at 11:15, less than 2 hours after the initial phone call. Our bus was on site at Fishers High School, and those students from Evansville Rights were on their way back. And talk about just a good, kind-hearted gesture. I mean, just being good people, willingness to help. Can't say enough about what that means to me, but just credit to Stacy and Jenny, Brad, and Lisa for making that happen in such short notice. So they picked up the students along with their driver, and they made their way back to Martinsville. And at that time, the Evansville bus had driven up and met their students at Martinsville High School and were able to get them safely back. So credit to Stacy, Jenny, the whole bus department team for making that happen. And it's just really a good story. So thank you for representing our school in a first class way. Thank you.
Amen.
That's why we did what we did. We didn't do it for recognition. We did it because it's about the kids. And that's all I could think about at 10 o'clock at night after I had already been out for 12 hours that day is we've got kids stranded. We didn't know where they were stranded. We just knew they were stranded. So I called my buddy Jenny here. I was right. And when she got back, I was ready for her at the high school. I picked her up and we rolled on. So
I think that is an unbelievable story. It typifies what you all are about, which I think is laudable, outstanding character. We know that, and I think you demonstrated that to the state and to the world in this case, because that's a big endeavor to do. And here's what I want to point out to people. Why did Evansville reach out to Martinsville? Think about that just for a minute. Think of all the communities up and down the highway that they could have reached out to. So I think that is a testament, Kip, to the high school, to how you all run things. I think it's a testament to our transportation department. I think it's a testament to the MSD of Martinsville. And I definitely think it's a testament to our school community because they were in need and they reached out to us. And we have the great people to answer the call. So I say, God bless you. That's a phenomenal story. I got goosebumps here, but that's one of the neatest, best stories that you can ever relay. So thank you. Thank you both for doing that for kids. Bless you. Good job. Now you gotta get the pictures, because it didn't happen unless we get the picture. I'm gonna be honored. Kip, I want you up here, because I want to get a picture with them. I'm stepping in on this one, because, yep. Wait, don't take a picture yet. Thank you, Lisa. Yes, get Brad,
Yep.
Lisa, get
Yeah.
up here,
They need to get up there.
please. Flank 'em. I'm going to sit here, because I don't trust Stacy. You'll learn it too. Now top that tonight, right?
We
Can't.
can't. We
No.
can't.
That's
No.
right.
Everything else is a piece of cake.
It is. Okay, Courtney, do we have anybody signed up to speak on any agenda items? Okay. Moving on, we have the consent agenda, which includes minutes, payroll claims, check claims, budgetary claims, personnel report. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, Heather, to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion? All right, all in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, the item I have is for a trip. Mr. Myers is going to go to Las Vegas for the Scale Computing Conference, direction we're going. So I recommend approval of this professional development trip for him.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion for the Scale Computing Conference for Mr. Myers to attend.
I'll second.
Thank you. And any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing Jess Taylor. She's the Martinsville High School Visual Arts Department Chair and the coordinator of the district's Art Showcase. Tonight, Jess will share a wrap-up of last week's Art Showcase and talk about art curriculum in her presentation. I'd also like to introduce McChristy Brooking. She's an elementary art teacher. She's here tonight in support of the art department for our district. Jess?
Thank you guys for inviting me to speak today. Martinsville is really fortunate to be a district that embraces the value of fine arts education. The arts are a universal access point that breaks down societal, cultural, and disciplinary barriers. Art's a vital tool that creates opportunities for students to use creativity, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills, both theoretically and in practice. Statistics show that students who participate in visual arts education are 3 times more likely to be recognized in academic achievements, attendance achievements, and on average, score 91 points higher on SAT scores than their counterparts who have not received arts education. Mr. Bella talked about that some of the scores that you guys are going to see are wonderful. The arts department at the high school embraced the initiative that Mrs. Adams put out, as well as all of the team who was working towards SATs. And every Wednesday, we did an SAT question to help prepare the students, and we're very pleased with the results. In addition to the benefits that art educators in MSD of Martinsville are also committed to a STEAM approach to learning. You guys have probably heard of STEM education, so science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Adding the arts to that creates a holistic approach that allows for students to create real world solutions to problems. STEAM incorporates the arts to find parallels across different curricula and prepare for a future where cross-disciplinary skills are necessary. Today, I did bring some examples of some of our STEAM projects for you guys, as well as some of the winners from the art show that we had over the weekend. Just really quickly, I don't want to take up a bunch of your guys' time, but I have a project from Poston Road where fourth graders were learning about the heart in their health class. So in art, they created 3D replicas and did illustrations where they labeled the parts of the heart. My advanced 3D students went on a field trip on Tuesday where we learned about phase changes of glass and were able to produce their own blown glass flowers. But now, once they understood the physics behind the processes, and we do also have two winners from the Superintendent Choice Award as well as a grade level award, a Wally that was completed using engineering skills and a painting that depicts the Children's Museum that shows depth through the linear perspective that is a mathematical approach to creating a three-dimensional appearance on a 2D surface. So the pieces that we have, there are definitely a sampling of what we do every day in the arts department. Projects like these and many others are featured for MSD of Martinsville students in the gallery last weekend. Each year, all the art teachers collaborate and dedicate multiple hours of their time and energy to put on a gallery exhibition to showcase the artistic talents of kindergarten through 12th grade. Many of those hours are very much unpaid. We don't get stipends for that. We put that on for the goodness of the kids. They deserve it. We had over 600 pieces featured this year. It was the biggest show that we've had in the 4 years that I have been here, and we gave out double the awards that we did last year. We also had members of our community who came together, and we had a silent shout out option where they could write letters to the artists. We called them artist fan mail, and all of the teachers delivered those. We had elementary kids writing to high school kids aspiring to be able to create that level of art when they got there. So it was really a wonderful experience for everyone. And not only does the event benefit the students of the MSD of Martinsville, but also the community. Ron Stanhouse is the owner of the Art Sanctuary where the event is held. He donates that space to us for free every year so that we can create a memorable event for our students, even though he uses that event space for weddings, and that could bring him a lot more money. So we also use the artists in residence. They kindly stayed after hours and came in early so that the art teachers could set up and tear down the show, which did take multiple hours and several days. We're incredibly thankful for their generosity in partnering with us to create an event of this magnitude. In addition to the space, for the past 2 years, we have given out awards. The artists in residence have served as judges for our grade level awards. This year, Micah Powell, a resident artist, and our board president, Heather Staggs, were kind enough to donate their time to be judges for the art gallery. To allow for students to receive awards and grade level awards, we added student superintendent choice awards this year, where Susie Lips and Eric Bolin came and chose an award per school level so that we could give out recognition to more kids. Thank you guys all for coming together and donating your time to provide our students with a fantastic experience. While I'm thanking people, I also want to say thank you to our art students for their hard work and their dedication to their craft. We live in a world of instant gratification where the 2-minute videos on TikTok can be a little too long for some adults, but we have children who persevere, and good art takes time. They took multiple class periods, some of them multiple weeks, to create the pieces that you're going to see today. I would also like to thank all of the principals who were incredibly supportive and attended the art show on Friday evening for the awards to make the event extra special for the students. Jeff Bell, Melody Meyer, Jill Vulcan, Ray Floyd, and Julie Lawson were all there with us on Friday. Their presence was noted by the students, and we appreciated having them give us the gift of their time when they already give so much. And lastly, I would like to thank my team of art teachers. While I coordinate the event every year, we all work together to make the art show a success. These ladies spent countless hours trimming, mounting, tagging, and setting up artwork. Some of our art teachers do have a lot more students than others. And anytime one teacher would finish working, they would jump right over to the next person to make sure that everyone succeeded together to create the best event possible. So Hilda Tramke, Erica Chapin, Christy Brooking, Olivia Pike, Julie Bodkin, and Katie Claiborne. They are wonderful, kind human beings, and without them, the show could not have been could not have been possible. And lastly, I'd like to thank the district and the school board for creating an environment that cherishes creativity and nurtures the talent of our students. The saying may be that it takes a village to raise a child, but it takes a village to educate one as well. You are our village, and we are incredibly thankful for you all. Because of you, we're putting the art in Martinsville.
Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Christy. Also, shout outs tonight academically to our district's Math Bowl participants. Ryan Cox, our district high ability coordinator, organized the district's Math Bowl competition this year, which was this week. All of the district's Math Bowl coaches and proctors for facilitating another great Math Bowl event. Thank you. Also, we want to give a shout out to Bell Intermediate Academy staff and Principal Julie Lawson for helping to set up the Math Bowl event, and to the elementary principals for assisting as judges, scorekeepers, and crowd control. Also, thank you to the proctors, the students, the parents, and the Math Bowl coaches who worked all year for this event. Congratulations goes to Green Township's Math Bowl team for finishing in the top 20 of the state of Indiana. Kindergarten enrollment for 25-26 school year continues to welcome all kindergarten students to enroll at all 7 Martinsville elementary schools. If you want to enroll your 5-year-old in kindergarten, please reach out to the district or call any one of the elementary schools. Pre-K enrollment is also happening. This month, the district began its enrollment for pre-K students who will be 4 years old by August 1, 2025. Pre-K is available at all 7 of the Martinsville elementary schools, and all families have the opportunity to apply for free tuition scholarships. Pre-K involvement is a wonderful opportunity to give your 4-year-old a strong start in a fun, caring, and play-based educational environment geared at kindergarten readiness. Thank you, everyone, for attending this evening.
You want me to take care of this old business
Do
real
some old
quick?
business. Yes,
It'll
please.
be very, very quick. I put on here new elementary boundaries. We are still in the process of trying to finalize our design, which at that point, once the board decides that this is the design of the building, then that determines also the number of students we can have in it, which then means that will kick off where the boundaries will need to be drawn. Okay, so this is a long process. No wonder nobody ever did this for 30 years, right? So we've taken on this endeavor, and I do applaud the board for doing that. We've got some great things coming down the pike. We can't wait to show you here in a few months the designs that we're kicking around, get some feedback from you, and take a look at being able to consolidate, be able to be more efficient with our resources, and provide better opportunities for our students and staff. In this new elementary, Jess, we're going to have STEAM corridors in every wing. So we're ahead of the curve on that, and art will be a big part of everything that we do. But we are very excited. We can't wait to show you all. So hang tight with us until we can get some finalization on our design and get it out to you. Any questions or comments from the board? Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to action items. We have 10 policies. We can vote on them together, or we can break some out. If anybody wants any broken out, let me know. Okay. Then we have items 1 through 10. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion we approve items 1 through 10.
I'll second it.
Thank you. And any discussion? All right, all in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is item 11, which we get into 3 successive handbooks here. John R. Wooden Middle School, I recommend approval of their handbook.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, Heather,
Okay.
to approve the John R. Wooden Middle School handbook for the 25-26 school year.
I'll second it.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries.
Action item number 12, Bell Intermediate Academy handbook, I recommend approval.
And do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the Bell Intermediate Academy 2025-2026 student handbook.
I'll second.
All right. Any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The next one is the elementary school handbook. All 7 have same handbook with just a couple variations on staffing, that type of thing. I recommend approval for the elementary school handbook.
All right. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to pass the elementary school handbook.
All
I'll
right.
second.
Thank you. And any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is the 5-star contract. I recommend approval.
All right. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, Heather, to approve the 5-star contract.
In a second?
I'll second it.
All right. Thank you. And any discussion? All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
The next item is the Robert D. Blue Endowment Distribution. Funds 2 of our efforts in the careers with teachers at the high school. It also supports the Pride Initiative, and we're not talking about like Gay Pride. We're talking about the initiative for student achievement. I think Shannon might be able to tell us the acronym. I can't remember the acronym, what it all stands for now, but it is Artesian's success. So that's what the SASH is. That's what it is for. It is for them achieving certain career goals and objectives, and they check the boxes, and they have to score so many points in order to be able to receive the SASH. You wanted to say something, Mr.
Character.
Hankins?
I thought it was for employment is what the
Yeah.
E stands for.
Persistence.
And
It actually is
per-
for persistence, respectfulness, initiative, dependability, and efficiency.
Okay, but it's
There you
employment.
go.
The older I get, the more of those things I can't remember.
Employability
Yes.
skills.
Yes, character trait.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll go ahead. I'm sorry.
You can go ahead, Matt.
All right. I'll make a motion that we approve the Robert D. Blue Endowment distribution for $20,000.
All
I'll
right.
second that, Heather.
Thank you. And any discussion? All right. All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you for that. I just remember last year there was a social media
Mhm.
onslaught saying, I can't believe they're giving out those
Mhm.
pride sashes. And it's like, first, find out what it is before you go and put something out there in social media land. Have I ever said social media drives me crazy? Okay, I don't think I have. All right, Project Lead the Way STEM grant from Eli Lilly in the amount of a staggering $15,000. I recommend approval. This funds the pre-K classes. So this is an outstanding grant.
All right. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion. We approve the PLTW STEM grant from Eli Lilly.
I'll second.
And any discussion? All right. All in favor signify by stating aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Eli Lilly hasn't gotten the message about the arts yet. Yes, we'll have to work with them, okay? Okay,
All right. Okay. There you go.
there we go. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, that's all I have there on the action items.
And do we have any public comments? Okay. So, our public comments, a visitor that wishes to speak regarding any district topic may do so according to policy 167.3. The visitor will be required to state his or her full name and address and will be given a 3-minute allotment of time. Feedback or answers to questions will be provided before the next board meeting and/or during the old business section of the next board meeting. It shall not be permissible to orally present or discuss complaints against individual employees. Such charges or complaints shall be presented to all board members in writing and shall be signed by the person making the charge or complaint. We appreciate everyone's cooperation and look forward to working together for the betterment of our district.
Hello, my name is Daniel Pond. I am an educator. Oswald Chambers, writer of My Utmost for His Highest, was an educator and a theologian in the early 20th century. His words are still applicable today. He says, over and over again, we blame God for his neglect of people by our sympathy with them. In all probability, the Spirit of God will begin to show us that people are where they are because we have neglected to do what we ought. Today, the great craze is socialism, and men are saying that Jesus Christ came as a social reformer. Nonsense. We are the social reformers. Jesus Christ came to alter us, and we try to shirk our responsibility by putting our work on him. Jesus alters us and makes us right. Then these principles of his, let's say the Ten Commandments, instantly make us social reformers. They begin to work immediately in our communities, our relationships to our fathers, mothers, friends, and etc. Jesus out-socialists the socialists. He says that in his kingdom, he that is the greatest shall be the servant of all, and that he, Jesus, came to serve and not to be served. And he gave his life as a ransom for many. Mark 10:44 and 45. Consider how God has dealt with you, says Jesus, and then consider that you do likewise to others. Luke 6:31. God told Moses to write this in the law. Deuteronomy 27:16, 18, and 19. Cursed is he who dishonors his father or mother. Cursed is he who lets a blind man wander in the road. And cursed is he who withholds justice from the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow. Now, speaking directly to those of us who are true educators and leaders, Jesus said in Luke 17:2, it would be better for them to be thrown into the sea with a millstone tied around their neck than to cause one of these little ones to stumble. Shaking, exposure, and justice has come to Morgan County, Indiana, and Martinsville. God is not mocked. Justice is coming, and we will reap what we sow. Romans 10:3 says, for not knowing the justice, the righteousness of God, and seeking to establish their own justice, they have not subjected themselves to the justice of God. Please make the Lord your refuge and not your judge. Accept the price for your salvation that Jesus provided on the cross and through his resurrection. Thank you and happy Easter.
Hello, my name's Mark Murray, and it's that time of year where I kind of brag on the band and color guard and all that. The music department as a whole this time. Our indoor percussion finished out their season by going to state. They didn't do the greatest at state, but they did get to the state competition, which was great. They great bunch of performers. Enjoyed their show. I didn't get to do this last month for them because we were actually at the community night at the high school for that last during the session last time. And then we had two color guard teams this year. We had a JV team, which was made up of mostly fifth and sixth graders. It was their first time doing it. Their ratings for them are a little different. They get a bronze, silver, or gold each week. They were able to finish out the season at their state competition with a gold with brand new kids that had never done it. And then the varsity team was able to get second place in at the state competition, bringing home their silver medals for a wonderful job that they've done. Worked hard. And then, last but not least, I wanted to also thank the board for the approval for the Disney trip. There was 50 some people that went between the chaperones, teachers, and the students. The choir got to sing at Disney Springs. They did a wonderful job. I got to see that. They had a very small crowd when we first started. By the end of the last song, you looked around and there was a crowd like no other applauding them at the end. It was great. I think that was great for the kids. It's people that don't know us and everything. Heard the name of the school. They did a wonderful job. And the band and orchestra, they went to a a recording session. Uh, they did well as well. Didn't get to see that. Seen some pictures, but I know they probably got a lot out of that as well. I was proud of their conduct at Disney. Ran into several of them all over the parks, but I they all every one of them that I've been able to talk to says they had a great time, and I'm sure they expressed their gratitude as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'll be quick here. Surprise, surprise. All right, we have the MHS prom and post-prom coming up. That's going to be May 10th. Um, be on the lookout for our students. Um, Ms. Adams, are they having, do we know what day they're going to have um, their rec? The mock. Mhm. That's okay. It's a good event to make sure our kids, we want them to be safe, make good choices, and it's one of those things, it's an eye opener, and I appreciate you all doing that. So thank you very much there. Fifth grade night at Bell Intermediate, that's going to take place on 2 different nights with different schools for each. April 28th is Centerton, Green, Paragon, and Poston. April 30th is Brooklyn, Smith, and South. So I know Bell is anxious to welcome those students in. I remember when you used to do that several years ago. Martinsville High School play, the Clue play Who Done It, is going to be April 25 and 26 at 7 p.m. And then April 27th, the matinee at 3 p.m. Look forward to that. They always put on a great show. Then John R. Wooden Middle School's doing their annual. Now we call it an annual musical. Matilda Jr. It's going to be May 2nd and 3rd at 7 p.m. there at Glenn Curtis Gymnasium at John R. Wooden. So we look forward to some great performances. What a night for honoring, highlighting some outstanding students and performers, artists, the whole thing. This is a great night to be an Artesian, so thank you, board.
I have a question. Eric, where is the prom at this year? Or Shannon?
I plan from, so it's Abram Farms in Spencer. It's right off of 46 down 67. So it's really close. Post Prom is on the same road. So they're within less than 10-minute drive.
You say Abram?
Abram?
Farm. Okay, thank you.
I can share a thank you to somebody who was in our consent agenda who's retiring after several decades. But 3 of my 4 kids were able to be with Mrs. Wilt at Paragon. So we're going to definitely miss her, but I wish her the best in her retirement and thank her for everything she did for our kids and all the other kids she's taught over the she wouldn't tell me how long, but decades. So.
Decades, plural. I'm not saying another word. Great lady.
I'll share. I do. There is a bright side to social media, and that is I enjoyed seeing all of the artwork and the kids with their art and posing. So I love seeing all of those pictures. I was able to look at the Disney pictures, so that was fun to see the kids down there performing also. And then the fall pictures that'll be coming up, we'll see all of those. So I do appreciate seeing all of that, all the good things our students are doing. On that note, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.